Okay, I'm on, and now let's get you on. Okay, I don't. One second. Invite members to watch. I don't want you to watch. I want you to get on, but I'm inviting you, Shona. Let's figure this out. Oh, here we go. Invite. Okay, I can invite Jazz. Hi, Jazz. Let's see when Shona pops on if I'll be able to invite you. I'm trying this on my phone now. I was on my laptop, so maybe that was the issue. Who are these? Invite +2. Who's a +2? Shona. Here we go. Bring Shona on camera. It's adding you. I think we figured it out. Connecting.
Hi.
Ah!
It's working.
Hey.
I think it does this funny thing with laptops and it just freaks out a bit.
Yeah. It definitely was working with my laptop.
And
Okay,
now I've gone from having it on my like my little octopus stand, which gives me a really flattering angle, to now on the computer where I look like Shrek. So apologies guys for the chin situation.
I have one of those little things too. It's the best.
They're so good, except when I take it out in public, people always think I'm walking around with sex toys, so I have to like explain, I promise this is filming equipment. It does look a bit sus, doesn't it? It looks a bit sus, but anyway.
Oh my god.
So everyone, this is Kata.
Hi.
So for those of you guys that don't know, I found Kata 2 years ago. I was just, back then I just had my spray tanning business, and I was about 2 weeks into my network marketing company, and a friend of mine tagged the post that you did about going for a spray tan and you're like really naked and vulnerable and scary. And I related to it on so many levels. And I'm like, this chick is reading my diary. And then proceeded to obsessively like stalk everything she posted for about 3 to 4 months. And that's how I got to know her. She had no idea what it was. And I'm just like commenting and liking on everything. And then I joined the family and the badass school, and here we are 2 years later. And
now look at
so
you
much.
gun.
Sorry.
So now look at you go, you little gun.
I had a good mentor, good inspiration to show me it's possible. Awesome. So why don't you share a little bit about what you do for everyone? Like, introduce yourself.
Hi guys, my name's Kata. Always feel so awkward with it's like, it's so weird talking about yourself. I actually did an interview yesterday with her Canberra. So I live in Canberra. And I've got 3 businesses. So I do network marketing. I coach network marketers how not to be weird and salesy. And I also have a wine company. And I did this interview yesterday morning on the phone, freaking out. And she goes, okay, no worries. That was great. If you can just send me some pictures of you. And I'm like, fuck, like, how do you even like find a good picture? I don't know. So I got really weird.
Do you want a selfie? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really take selfies. Like, I take them and then nothing happens with them because I sit there and overanalyze. I'm like, I look shit. Like, if I feel weird posting selfies, so I never do. So I never have any. Anyway, Gen Y problems. So yeah, what I do, how we met is I basically do what Shona does for you guys for network marketing, millennials and women. So I'm really, really passionate about people not being weird with each other and running authentic and ethical businesses. So I think this is why we connect and why I did reach out to Shona about this and see if she wanted to be involved, because having done, my work and my content and my badass school, she knows it's all about being legit, being real, but actually having a really kick-ass and successful life too. Because I think people kind of go in 2 ways. One of them is like super, super authentic and loving and nurturing and beautiful, but you have a shit life because you just don't really have the support, the lady balls, or the system to actually build what you want. And the other one is super successful, but absolute hustlers, just awful, nasty, copy paste, annoying. And I think you can have both. I think you can have the most incredible life and the best of friends, and you can have the money, you can have the time, you can have the family, you can have the hot husband, like you can have the sick body, like you can have it all. And you can also be real and a real human. And I think there's certain things that you need to do with your life to actually allow that to happen. And that's what I'm really passionate about, is showing, women and millennials how to actually build that. And the vehicle that I use is network marketing. So that's why I've done network marketing for 6 years now, which is crazy, but it's just a tool in my life to actually build what I want. And so the wine company now that I have is a passion project from network marketing. So yeah, that's sort of me in a nutshell. I do a ton of different things, but my vibe is all about authenticity and just doing you. But I'm very strategic and logical about the systems that I provide, my clients and my followers and stuff for how to do that.
Yeah. And it's so, I mean, I've done Badass School and it completely changed everything for me and my business, and now like my other two businesses as well. So it extends so much further than network marketing. But the main reason that I connected and wanted to work with you versus like a bunch of other coaches, because you swore and you drank wine and you were honest that sometimes it's really freaking hard. And other people weren't like that. They were like, you can't do that, you can't say that, you can't drink that, you can't eat that, you just have to be super positive all the time. And it was just so much more real than anything else that I had done or been involved with. So that's what, like, I just stalked everything and read every email and just joined everything that you did, and it helped so much.
Laura Jane, hi. Oh, I love seeing some familiar names on here. You know what? You're so right. And like, that's the whole reason. So my business is called Kata the brand. And the reason I actually started that, I think a little bit like you, Shona, I was just kind of done with the bullshit. And when I joined network marketing 6 years ago, there was not a lot of Gen Ys and young people in it. And everything was so like clean and it has to be like this, and the presentation and the script. And I really, like, I'm so grateful for how I got started. I did have an incredible system, but when it came to, I'm not going to say the mentors, because it wasn't like I criticized the people who were above me. It was more the fact that there was no one that could relate to me, because I was 21. I didn't have kids. I wasn't about to get up at 5 a.m. when I didn't have to. Like, it just wasn't about to happen. I wanted to go out and party and be with my boyfriend, but I also wanted to make money. Like, my story started because my dad was diagnosed with cancer. So it's kind of like I had no option but succeeding. And I remember building my business up pretty quickly, pretty successfully. And then every single person in my organization quit because I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I was creating. I was just copy pasting what I was told to do. And that only takes you so far. And that's where I really started to dig into figuring out who I was, which pissed everybody off, because that's when I started swearing at my presentations. That's when I started drinking my wine. That's when I started going, no, fuck the business office thing. Let's go for a wine and talk about, the business, or talk about whatever. And that's when I started to post booty shots on Instagram and travel and really promote my network marketing business through my lifestyle of who I actually was. And that's when people started to come to me going, oh my God, how? Like, I'm not allowed to even say this at my thing, or I have to dress like that, or I'm not allowed to, like, there were all these rules that were stopping people from just succeeding. And I had so many questions in my inbox to answer, and I still do. I still suck at emails. We all know this. Sorry, too busy creating content. But I had to put together Kata the brand, because it was, like you said, there's not enough real in the world. And to be honest, I have been beaten the fuck up for it so many times. I've considered giving it all up so many times because it's hard to be different. But Shona, the reason I admire you is because you've created this safe place for people who want to just hear real. Like, in today's society, we literally get marketed to on average over 62 times a day, most of it subconscious.
Yeah.
And we're starting to pick up on it. So we start to pick up on, people that are not genuine, anything that's unauthentic, like marketing, advertising, sales. So having somebody like you and having somebody like me who are leading industry or life is just refreshing and so essential. So I love what you do.
Thank you. I always knew in my network marketing journey that it was not to get to the top of my company. Like, honestly, that didn't matter to me. Getting to the top of my network marketing company would not make me feel successful. It was always to get to the top of my network marketing, to be able to branch out and do other things and impact people in different ways. And I know that you've done that as well, which is why I think watching you do it, I'm like, hey, I could actually do that, and I can do that, and I have done that. We both run 3 businesses, which is awesome. And so actually seeing so many other girls from the Kata support group moving in that same direction as well is so exciting. And for you guys that haven't experienced any of Kata's work before, she has this family tribe group, which I joined about 2 or 3 years ago, and I still talk to all the girls in that group, like literally on the daily, and we've never met in person. We're literally in different countries, we're in different states, we're in different companies, and we're best friends. Like literally every day we're chatting, we're tagging each other in stupid memes, and it's just the best, most supportive environment ever that you could be a part of in network marketing, because there's so much of this us versus them mentality within companies, and it's very much like our stuff's amazing, don't ever look, don't talk to anyone else, don't acknowledge them, don't know about it, don't find out about it. And to have best friends from different network marketing companies that we could just support each other, like just really fiercely support each other and want each other to succeed when you're from completely different companies, that's so rare and so special, and that's what Kata's created. So you can't get that anywhere else.
Oh, just love you. True. I don't know. I guess my mentality, and this is why I'm very big on personal branding, because I think, look, like how dumb do people have to be like, oh, this company's better than that? Like, really, it's the same shit. Like, we all sell the same stuff. In the end, we're all selling consumables, personal care, nutrition. It's the same shit. What's going to make people stand out, apart from picking products based on like ingredients or whatever other people care about when they shop, which is not in your control, right? Is you. It's your personal brand. And that's why, like, even in the company I work in, I still teach all of my team, my hundreds of team, to create a personal brand within that. Because I might have the same product they have, but I might really annoy people with my voice, or I might look a certain way, or, you know, whatever. And I don't appeal to that person, but that person might appeal to them. So I think, and this is just life in general, like if you work in the public service, if you're a stay-at-home mum, if you're whatever, like please stop labeling yourself as, oh, I'm just another ... Like, no, you're not just another mum. Like, no, that's not your personality. Like, that's not who you are. It's a part of it. But within that, you're the mum that teaches your kid how to make cookies like a badass, and they take it to school and they feel amazing. Or you're the mum that does really cool hairstyles. Or like, you have this personal brand. Everybody has it, of things that you're good at. And when you start to tap into your strengths instead of focusing on your weaknesses and trying to be a certain way, which will never fucking happen anyway, just be you, that's when your whole life is going to expand and open up. And that's when, honestly, business opportunities will come your way. I'm very, very big on monetizing your strengths. I think we should all be paid and recognized for what we're good at. I'm really good at drinking wine. I created a wine company. Like, do you know what I mean? Like little things like that. Shona's an amazing mother. Look at her now. So I really think when you tap into your strengths, which is a lot what Badass School is, even week 1, you can just try the first module of my 6 steps to awesomeness for like $14. And that goes through the entire process of dissecting who you are, what your strengths are, and what you want. Because I think a lot of us, I hear a lot of mums. I'm not a mum, I'm a cat mother. My cat threw up this morning. I wanted to boot him off the balcony. Don't know how you guys do it. But it goes through actually figuring out what you want, because you lose sight of what you want a lot of the time. We get distracted on the daily, and it's like you can live a whole life and never really experience anything that way. So I think the faster you figure out what you're good at, firstly, the better you'll feel. And secondly, the clearer you'll be, and your days will be better, and everything's just better when you like yourself, I think.
And that, like, so incredibly true. And that's where you see there's these layers of duplication in network marketing, where you're just told to duplicate. And that's such an important concept of the business. But what I see all the time is people duplicating to their mentors to the point where they form into them, and they forget who they are, and they take on these labels of I'm this brand, and they take on the mission statement as their own, which is an important aspect, but not at the sacrifice of who you are. And so many of us don't really know who we are in the first place, and then we add our network marketing company as an identity, and then we get really lost. So I know, like, sorry?
That's why people cringe at network marketers, because
Yeah.
they lose their personality. They're just like, buy my shit.
Yeah. We turn into these little copy paste DM robots, and it gets really strange, and people freak out about it. So I know when I did week 1 first, before I did Badass School, and it changed everything for me. And I literally remember messaging everyone in my team. I'm like, please, for God's sakes, go and watch this. And I don't know if they did or didn't, but I'm like, fine, it's just going to be my secret weapon then. And then, yeah, went on to do Badass School. But week 1 had so many aha moments for me. And like, this is even 2 years ago. And guys, you get the course forever. I go back, I send myself back to Badass School all the time. All the fucking time. I'm like, and Aaron, even my husband will now say, he's like, you need week 3 again. And it's like, would you just go get a glass of wine and go back and do week 3 again? Like, he knows when I need that kick to keep going. And that's as well one of the main reasons I've made my course available to everyone all the time, because I know how much I go back and have to reaffirm that information and go through it. And the girls from the Kata group, when we're chatting to each other, will often say, I need to go back to school. I need to go back to Bardo school. I need to go, there's Max.
Is the culprit.
I need to go back and like do week 2. I need to go back and do week 6 again. And we're always continually like going back and revisiting it, because it's always relevant. The information's always relevant. It's just that you go through like different phases, it becomes relevant in different ways.
I think you can't always absorb information at once too. Like if you've ever done like a course or tried to read a book, it's not always relevant to you.
Yeah.
So I think having the ability to go back and revisit when you are ready and when you have experience of things, I think is really useful. And I see you change. I see you level up all the time as well, for sure.
Consistently, I just like have that, this is good, this is good, this is good, this is good all the time. Even my kids quote Kata. Eric, a kid fell over at school, scraped their knee, and Eric goes over and he's like, oh, it's okay, this is good, because guess what, you're going to get a Star Wars Band-Aid like this. And I'm like, oh my god, he's been listening in on the trainings. Or I just say it so much, like trying to, like, this kid's bawling, there's blood everywhere, and Eric's like, this is good, you're going to get a Star Wars Band-Aid. Like, this is not good, send him to the office, this kid needs stitches. Oh gosh,
funny. Oh, Laura, I'm having a mum life crisis at 40. Yeah, that happens. That happens. But you know what? We also go through 7-year cycles. So every 7 years, you basically go through a new energetic cycle where you get to choose and define your life. And I find when people have like crises, it's actually life trying to point you back in the right direction. So my suggestion would be, instead of fighting it, just go with it. Like literally embrace it. And you have to, what's the word that I absolutely hate? Hate to love, love to hate. I can't remember. I'll think of it. But you just have to completely embrace it and just go with it, because quite often when you're feeling so out of place, it's because you are. And maybe there's something or someone that, you know, you should be inviting into your life, getting rid of your life. Maybe you need to be moving. Maybe you need to change jobs. For me, it's a sign of change. When there's a lot of crisis, there's a lot of pressure. It's either pushing you in and out of a situation, it's pushing people in and out of your life, or it's pushing you to change direction or take notice of something. So I know when I go through these like massive crises where I'm just like, I just can't, like I can't, it's because I'm trying to focus on or do something or pursue something that is not right for me at that time. So if you can just really take the time to reflecting, okay, what is trying to get my attention right now? What am I ignoring, basically? And if you can just focus more on that, I think things will ease a lot. Because I find life always tries to push you in something that's for your best benefit, but you're probably either doing the mum guilt thing where, I can't go back to dancing because I have whatever's Toby's school shit. So do whatever is meant to be good for you. Try it for a week, wake up every day and always ask, okay, what is in my benefit today? What is it that I really, really want to do? And if you can just make, it's even little decisions. Like, actually, I want to get up 5 minutes earlier and have a coffee just with me, just for me. I'm going to put a little sugar in it because I can. Like, it's these little things that you give to yourself that completely transform your entire day. And day by day, if you make decisions on what makes you really happy, that will start to shift that energy from that crisis mode into this really liberating, oh my gosh, I'm growing. There's so much opportunity around me. Like, it really does allow for that. So stop fighting it and just surrender. That's the word. I hate it because I'm such a little control freak, but surrender to these situations. That's my advice.
That's good advice. I have to do that all the time, and just like, all right, there's all these shit and all this curveballs, all this shit and all these curveballs coming at me for a reason. Like, it's trying to make me take notice of something. Do I need more sleep? Do I need to go and just call my mum? Like, what do I need to get back on track? And it's an interesting age for you as well, Laura, as well, with like your kids and where they're at as well. Like, that where Eilish is at, that's a big transition going into school. and then you having all these feelings as well. It maybe is a sign to actually have a sit down and think about what you want and where you're at and how do you feel. It's important to take time for yourself. I'm not even sure if she's on anymore because I'm not the host and I can't see. Cool.
Oh, you can't? Oh, man.
No.
I'm looking at all these comments. I'm like, oh.
Awesome. So I know Sarah's really enjoying it as well. Great. So why don't you tell us, Kata, about moving, like transitioning through the first business to the second to the third, and what prompted and encouraged you to do that?
Yeah. So the first business was, I just changed the lighting, damn it. There we go. Was network marketing. And that was prompted out of need. So I used to be in the public service. I worked for the federal police. I was in recruitment, human resources, and then I was an executive assistant. And I was also a dance teacher. So I used to teach babies dancing from 2 years old up, and then adults. I was a hip hop teacher. So that was like my life. And network marketing was the first ever business that came into my life because I needed money. Oh, sorry, I can hear myself there.
Yeah.
There was never something I wanted to do, and it never appealed to me because of the products or the glitziness or the shine. So if you've ever been in a financial hole, please consider network marketing, because it doesn't have to be the weird salesy, spammy, massive thing that people make it. For me, it was a means to an end. I actually looked into the business model, and what I loved about it was that it actually rewarded effort and hard work. And I'd always been a hard worker. But what I found is I'd actually been working hard in the wrong places. So I busted my ass in public service for no apparent reason, because you only get, promotions or jobs if somebody dies or quits. So there was literally no point in me putting any more than minimal effort in to a normal job. But with network marketing, I was in control. And again, my little control freak loves that, because I got to choose when to work, how to work, who to work with, and I was given a system. So I actually didn't have to figure anything out. You literally get told step by step how to build a business. So anyone that can't succeed in network marketing, I literally just don't know how. Oh, fire alarm, I knew it. We're going to ignore that and keep going. So the second one happened. So Kata, the brand, I opened when I started to get a lot of questions about how I was succeeding without being like cringeworthy. And that actually started, let me go outside. That's going to drive me crazy. It started just with coaching. And then from there, see if it's better or worse.
Don't try this at home, kids.
Wait, do you want to see my view? Ready?
Yeah, just rub it in.
This is Canberra. If you've never been to Canberra, yes, this is where I live. It's the fountain, and that's the drop. So let's not drop the phone. Okay. Yeah, so it started with coaching because that's what I thought people wanted. And then I was interviewed for a radio show in the US, and they wanted me to sell something. So badass school, funnily enough, I actually pulled out of my ass week by week. I was like, let's do a 6-week program, and it was going to be live at the time. And I recorded it each week, and I actually wrote the program the night before each recording. So it was something that was done because it was what I was experiencing at the time and what I had polled. And then that snowballed into a support group and then a family group, because people wanted to stay with me even after badass school. So that's how family came about. And then I wrote an ebook, then I wrote another ebook. It just exploded and grew from there. And then the transition to the wine company, to be honest, has been the hardest, because network marketing, I find now, is really simple because you get told exactly what to do. Running an online service-based business is harder because you have to figure it out by yourself. Hiring a coach really helps. I have the most incredible coach. But it's still hard because you still have to build your own brand, and you really, really have to stand behind your brand. You can't doubt it at any stage because it's you and it's you. And Shona, you'll know that. It's you and it's you behind a screen. And sometimes you feel like the biggest fraud ever, and you're like, I have not a clue what I'm doing. But you have to show up for people knowing that you're there for a reason, and you wouldn't have the business unless people had asked for it. The third business is an actual legitimate business. For me, it's a product-based business in agriculture and consumable products, which is wine. And that has been by far the biggest challenge ever. So my personal advice, if anyone is thinking of running a business, please start with network marketing. Like, use the personal development, learn how to develop lady balls, like do badass school, use the systems, and then duplicate everything into your other businesses, passions, and endeavors. Because I think when people start a business and have absolutely no experience at all, they're pretty much set to fail. Like I completely understand why, what is it, like 95% of businesses fail. Completely understand why. They don't have the systems, they don't have the mindset, they don't know what to expect, they don't have the support, they don't have the help. So set yourself up for success. But yeah, wine has been the biggest shock of my life, because I can't control it. I actually can't control the grapes. I can't control the winemakers. I can't control the industry. I have to hire a designer. I have to hire a winemaker. I have to hire a box designer. Like you have to hire all these people, and suddenly you're not in control anymore. So that's sort of been my experience in transitioning through those businesses. And that's probably why I will never, ever leave network marketing. I'm so passionate about it because it's the base of everything that I do, and it's the security net too.
Yeah, that's super powerful, really, to show other people that you can expand so much further beyond. And it really is a vehicle. It really is a vehicle to achieve what you want. And if that's to not have to go back to work after maternity leave, that's your goal. Network marketing is a vehicle to get there. If your desire is to open a wine label, or for me, it's to be able to fund, like I've already got 3 businesses. I think that's enough for now, Shona. But my husband wants to open a mechanic shop. So I need it to be able to, you know, have $50,000 there to do his startup. It is a vehicle to achieve anything you want to. And it is the best training ground for personal development, for presenting, for public speaking, to learning to work with a team.
Scheduling.
Working with people, everything. It is the foundation. It is the fundamental skills that you like. It's just it is a training ground, and really, for anything
keeps coming too. Like network marketing, I think gives you time freedom through the model that we get paid in, because it's regular income from repeat sales. It actually frees up your time. I think a lot of people don't do things because they don't know what they want, and the reason they don't know what they want is because they're so consumed and busy with their lives, just putting foot in front of the other, going to work, being tired, going home, etc. When you do network marketing and build that income, it actually allows you the time freedom to sleep, to go on holidays, to, you know, not have to get up with an alarm, to actually have choices. Like today, I'm going to be honest, I gave myself the day off. Like I had one of those mornings where I was like, fuck everything. Like I had a fight with my boyfriend, my cat vomited on the carpet, I had dishes in the sink, I couldn't make a coffee, like I ran out of, like just little things happened, and I was like, you know what, I'm having the day off today, I'm going to go see my dad, I'm going to eat Hungarian food, I'm going to watch a movie, and then I'm going to do my work later at night when I'm in the mood. And that's what it will give you, time to actually process your life, process emotions. So that's what freedom is. We all think freedom is this pie in the sky, I have millions of dollars. It's not. Freedom is getting to choose what to do with your life. That is what network marketing is.
Yeah. And that's amazing. Thank you for sharing that as well. I think I'm going to give myself a day off too after the morning I had as well. So I know we've got a couple of people still watching. Does anyone have any network marketing related questions for Kata? Otherwise, I'm going to get her to share some more about Badass School, because I know how much it changed my business and how I viewed myself and how I related to other people in the industry as well. I know how powerful it is, but I'm kind of curious to see what you guys actually want help with, what you guys want advice with. And this is your place. This is your safe place to ask the network marketing questions that you feel awkward asking anywhere else, because people are like, oh, you're part of that thing. Or they tell you it's not a real business, and you're like, F off, it is. I work hard. Sorry,
Dude, I make 3 times as much with my network marketing business working like 1 to 3 hours a day than I ever made in my full-time public service job. Like, please.
Yeah. It's awful. I don't like admitting this, but the last month has been really, really, I've had to put a lot of work into my Sexy Selfish brand. I'm working with one-on-one clients that takes up a lot of my time, and I love doing it. Now, the amount of time I've put into my network marketing business definitely dropped last month, and I still made the same as the month before. That's the coolest thing about it, is that I'm not going to say stable, I'm not going to say secure, but if you put in the work and you build the foundation right, you can literally get paid forever. And that's like, what else gives you that? So yeah, let me have a look. Oh, my mum's getting excited for Hungarian food. She's watching. I'm not sure who else is watching because I can't see. But if anyone has any questions, please comment and ask, because you're not going to get this unless you join Badass School. You're not going to get this one-on-one time with Kata again. And she's awesome.
What we might do as well, because I know a lot of you at work and stuff, is we'll give you a couple days maybe to watch this, and then I'll stay in your group for a couple days so you can comment. Maybe we can do another live to answer questions if you have it, so you can think about it. So Badass School, the next intake doesn't open until the 8th of June, and we kick off on the 11th of June. So you have until then. Like, I can pop on and off, and we can do whatever. So you guys can get to know me and ask questions. But that's when we will kick off. It's a 2-month course. And basically what you get is 6 different modules. You can actually trial it for free. So Shona, maybe you want to actually put the link at the top of this video recording so people can click on it, read about it, try it for free. There's some little mini crash course modules in there. You can have a go at and see if it's going to be good for you. But yeah, do that. Ask us questions. I'll be in here for a little while longer, and just really use and abuse it. So might as well. If you get my time for free, just take it.
Exactly. Guys, she is a wealth of knowledge, and she is an expert on being able to build a business without being that weird, pushy, I'm going to send a million messages trying to recruit you to my company. Like, even in network marketing, I've had 3 messages this week where I've got this amazing opportunity you should check out. And I'm just like, no. But thanks to Kata's training, I've learned how to, with love, tell them where to shove it. No, but with love, explain that I'm not interested.
Your approach sucks.
Yeah,
you suck.
and
we love you.
Explain where they can find resources to be able to do it as well, to be able to build a business without being weird and spammy and freaking people the hell out and turning into that social pariah that none of us want to be. So yeah, Kata, like, this is your life.
To be that, right? Like, I think we also need to remember, like, if you're someone who's judgmental about network marketing, remember, they're just doing what they're told. Like, their intention is always good. And I think that helps to know when you do get harassed by network marketers, like, their intention is good. They just don't know any better. Yeah. So I actually do have a YouTube video and a Facebook Live on that you can actually send to people, which is how to know if you're an annoying network marketer, and also what to say to an annoying network marketer. So you can just copy paste that to them and send it. So,
My favorite videos. I also love the one you did, the live about being an intrapreneur versus an entrepreneur, because that at the start, like, that triggered me massively, because I'm like, I work so hard. And then I'm like, no, it's true. Like, starting my spray tanning business from scratch, I had to get investors. I had to do everything behind the scenes. Network marketing, I just had to pay an application fee. And then I was walking around calling myself an entrepreneur, and I really wasn't. Now I have the other 2 businesses. I'm like, no, it definitely is now. There's my blood, sweat, tears, and financials into this. But I found that a really, really helpful video. The people who sent it to weren't impressed, but I think it opened their eyes at least.
It will. And you know what happens? The more of us start to do things authentically, eventually, right now we're a minority, which is hard because people are, like, the copy pasting works. And that's a difficult thing, is copy paste works for people, and you can recruit 15 people in 2 days. However, what those people do, who they are, and how long they stick around for is a very, very different matter. And what I'm finding is people are building massive network marketing organizations on essentially thin air. They don't have the relationships. They don't know who their team are. They don't know why their team is there. They don't know how to train and coach people. All they know is copy paste. They don't know how to deal with people. And what happens is conflict will arise inevitably in a social marketing business. People quit, and it's that fallout rate, which is absolutely alarming, of now more people that have had now a more negative experience with network marketing, which when we come along with an authentic approach, they go, oh God, don't talk to me about that. So what this copy paste approach is doing is actually ruining the entire industry and making it a lot harder for everybody to build sustainable businesses. So the more of us really stick with this authenticity and go, look, I appreciate you being told to do this, but it's actually not going to work long term. Have a think about this. Have a think about what happens to the people who are saying no to you, are ignoring you. Are you going to want to spam people forever? Because that defeats the purpose of building a network marketing business, which is meant to actually give you time freedom as well as financial freedom. And when you start to speak rationally to these people, they go, oh shit, yeah. Like, I had an hour-long fight with some guy in Forex the other night who spammed me, and I was like, listen. And I just had to hand it to him. Like, I can't, not practice what I preach. It took me an hour to get him to understand that what he was doing actually isn't going to work, and an hour for him to finally admit that, oh yeah, sending copy paste messages on Instagram to random people kind of is hard and takes a lot of time. And he's like, how should I do it? So everyone's just looking to succeed. So when we can give them that model of it's going to take time, here's how you build a relationship, here's how you talk to people, eventually people will start to jump on board.
And it's making that transition from small term thinking of I want to be successful in network marketing to seeing it as an industry and being I want network marketing to be successful. I want everyone in every company to be able to build this the right way instead of just going, it's about me. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get where I need to go. Like when you change that thinking from small picture to big picture, that's when, if enough people can do that, we're going to have massive change. And it's not going to be that tacky, annoying industry that people see it as today. Like it could actually be something really sexy and classy that people want to be involved with, but it's going to take more than 2 people, and it's going to take more than the couple of hundred that have done badass, well, it's probably thousands that have done badass school. It's going to take so many more. So like, even if you guys aren't ready for badass school yet, make sure you're following Kata on all of her social media, because she gives so much value through that, even just through the posts and the blogs that you can share with your team, share with other people in the industry, and hopefully together we can have some change, some positive change for this generation, for the next generation. And yeah,
we have
sorry,
to.
I got a little bit
Tradition
feminist and ranty then.
closing. The economy is uncertain. Like network marketing it's inevitably the way of the future, because we don't trust companies anymore. We trust each other, but network marketers are fucking that up for us too. So we have to bring relationships back. Even like your kids, they're on social media, they're on tablets, they're on iPhones. They don't know how to communicate anymore. Like I have a girlfriend of mine, she's 42. I think she has 5 kids, and her kids don't do play dates. They're like, no, we don't want to go play with them. We just have a Facebook group chat. We chat each night to each other. I'm like, I used to live overs with my girlfriends. So life is changing. It is. And the way of the future is online business. And we really need to lead that, because we're the ones that our kids will watch us, how we do things, and we still get to impact this world. So I think with the industry that's so huge, we need to do it right.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's not going to be around for much longer.
Nah.
It'll just fizzle out. Everyone will get annoyed. Everyone will quit, and it will be done. I really just see a future where eventually it gets so annoying and someone just sends a copy and paste message to the wrong person too many times, and suddenly the government's like, nope, we're done. Like it's all done. Like I don't know. I just everyone work together. Stop the us versus them mentality. So awesome. I'm just having a quick check of comments. Sarah's, I wish I had this 6 years ago. The amount of friendships I've killed doing what my mentors told me. Copy paste sucks. Yes, it does, Sarah. It really, really does. Yeah. There's no other way around that, because unfortunately it works. That's why it's pushed so much through network marketing, but it doesn't work long term.
Nope. All right.
Cool.
Been a good little chat. Covered a lot.
This has been fun. I'm really snotty, so I apologize for all the sniffling for everyone. Cool. Awesome. Well, we'll keep the live up, obviously, so you guys can go back and watch it, and you can leave comments on it, and Kat will be in the group for a few more days. If you have a bunch of questions after the live, we might look at doing another quick session, especially before Badass School opens as well. But make sure, well, because this is your live, Kat, and I can't edit the comments, I'll get you to pop some information when it's done, like go on and edit it and add the links to your social media and to whatever you want to share with people. But yeah, keep an eye out, because we've got some exciting stuff coming for you guys as well. Cool.
All right, everybody. Thanks for having me on, and it's been nice to meet you. And I'll edit it and put the link to Badass School info up there. Okay. I will see you guys later. Shona, love you. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your day off. I'm going to go see my dad now.
Thank you for your time. Say hi to Papa Cser for us.